all about UX writing. Hi friends, I'm Supriya Kasar, your UX writing buddy, and today we are going to discuss the 5 C's of UX writing. And I'm going to share some tips in between. So stay with me. The first C is clear. Writing clear content is not an easy job, though it looks like one. A clear and easy to understand content is often overlooked because it is not noticed by users, as users can move through the product, navigate through the product quickly and easily. If the content on your application is not noticed by users, your UX writer has done a good job. Writing simple and clear content is quite tough because to write such a content, you need to consider all kinds of users from all different ages to genders to abilities. Simple and clear content keeps users on the right track and builds trust in them. So let's see an example of an unclear content piece and a clear content piece to make you understand how clear content can create impact on users. You must have seen such content piece when you are trying to export any file. So here the content says, choose a default file extension for export, and in the bracket it says, you can always override this during export. If you will see here, the difficult terminologies like file extension and override makes this content less user friendly because not all kinds of users will understand this. You may have to read it twice to understand. So let's see how we can make this content simple and clear. Here, by just changing the term file extension to file format, makes it easy to understand, right? Everyone knows what file format is. So when you say choose a default file format for export, you know what you need to do here. Also, when the content in the bracket says you can always change this during export, you get the message loud and clear. This is how you can implement the first C to write clear content. The second C is concise. Make sure the product copy is short and sweet. Users don't like to read lengthy messages. They are on your screen or on your application to complete certain tasks quickly. They don't want to read long content pieces, otherwise they will leave and you will see dropout rates. So make sure you convey the message in just a few words and your users will thank you for this. Let's see an example of long and short content piece. Here, if you read this question, in which folder on your computer would you like to save your exported mockups? It's too lengthy, right? On your computer are unnecessary words as the user will save it in a folder either on their computer or phone. And exported mockups are also unnecessary as user already know that they are exporting the mockups and then saving them. So let's not consider our users dumb. So let's see how we can make it concise. So here the content says, where do you want to save your mockups? Simple, isn't it? The users would clearly understand that they need to choose a location where they want to save their mockups. Now time for the tip. How to write a concise copy. So follow these steps to write a concise copy. Write a message, make it friendly, shorten it, and make it useful. And you're done. Let's assume you want to write an internet connection error message. Here is how you can do that. Step 1, write a message. Internet connection error occurred. Okay. Step 2, make it friendly. How we can make it friendly? Looks like you are not connected to the internet. Okay. Shorten it. There is no internet connection. Alright. Make it useful now. There is no internet connection. Try to reconnect. So here you saw that how you can write a concise copy following the simple steps. I hope this tip was helpful. The third C is constructive. Make sure the content has a goal or a purpose. Think about what are you trying to convey through the content. Now let's say an example. In this example, the microcopy clearly shows the purpose of the screen, that is delete profile. And it effectively informs the users of the next step. Like to delete your profile, enter the OTP sent to your phone and email address. So users will go and check their phone or email and enter the OTP here and then confirm. This is how you can effectively use the third C to write constructive and useful content. The fourth C is conversational. The products are used by humans, so it is very important that the content is interactive. It should communicate with users in a conversational tone. The users should feel that they are not communicating or interacting with a lifeless product but actually with a human. And that is possible only through conversational content of the product. This helps to engage users and make them come back to the product. Let's see an example of a conversational content piece. You must have seen such no results found messages, right? Here it just says no results found, try again. It doesn't sound human at all because we won't talk to each other like this, right? If you're searching for a pen in your sister's room, is she going to say, no pen found, search another room? No, she's not going to talk like that. Then why the product copy? It should also talk to you like a human. It should give you a personalized and humanized experience. So let's see how we can make this content conversational. If you just say, can't find what you're looking for, check the spelling or try a different search. This content interacts with you. It asks you first, can't find what you're looking for? This is the question that comes to your mind. Then it's try to suggest you what to do. That is check the spelling or try a different search. This is how the fourth C, that is conversation, is important to write an interactive content. Now time for the tip. How to write a conversational content. So the tip is very simple. To write a conversational content, read out loud whatever you have written. And if it sounds robotic, make it human. Simple. And our last and fifth C is consistent. Picture this. If you're talking to a person and he or she is talking to you in a very nice way, very politely, and suddenly after 2-3 minutes, if that person talks to you in a rude way, you will get confused, right? Like, what happened to this person? Sometime back, he or she was talking to me nicely, and now why so rude? So this is what happens when the product content is not consistent throughout. It confuses users. Users are not able to relate to it. When users interact with the product, it should communicate with users in a similar way all the time. And this can be achieved through consistent voice and tone of the content throughout the platform. The uniform and consistent content avoids any confusion and builds trust, leading to smooth interactions for users. So let's see an example of consistency in the product copy. Here the heading says track transaction, and below if you'll see the content says to track your transfer, enter 4-digit OTP sent to your registered mobile number. Now, if you will notice here, there is no consistency in the terminologies because in the heading they are saying transaction, but in the below content it is said transfer. So let's see how we can make it consistent. By just changing one word in this content can be made consistent throughout. Here is how we have made it consistent now. By saying track transfer and then to track your transfer, enter 4-digit OTP sent to your registered mobile number. So this is how you can effectively make use of the fifth C to create a consistent content throughout your platform. Now, time for the tip. To maintain consistency in the content throughout your product, create a content style guide and a content design system. And if you already have one, stay true to it. So these were the 5 C's of UX writing that help you write an impactful microcopy. Clear, concise, constructive, conversational, and consistent. So follow these 5 C's and make your users' lives easy. Thank you for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel all about UX writing for more such interesting content on UX writing. So till next time, bye-bye. Happy writing!